The Penn Museum has a long involvement with material from ancient Egypt and ancient Nubia. The museum has about 50,000 objects in its Egyptian collection. The collection began in the late 1800s.
Over the course of the last decade, we've renovated and reimagined most of our signature galleries here at the museum. But the crowning achievement will be the complete transformation of our ancient Egypt and Nubia galleries.
The gallery reinstallation project has been divided into two phases. Phase one is the main level galleries, and those galleries will focus on life and afterlife in ancient Egypt. So we will have displays that deal with daily life along the banks of the Nile, how they worked, the things that they wore, where they lived. And then we'll also be exploring the ancient Egyptians' approach to funerary traditions, their funerary beliefs, and how these preparations for burial changed over time. The highlight of the main level galleries is the tomb chapel of Khafre. We are reconstructing it so that it's an enterable space. And so people will have the experience of what it's like to go into one of these tomb chapels.
The fact that we're going to have people in Philadelphia get to experience what it's like to walk into a monumental architectural feature from Egypt. It's not something that you can do in most institutions around the world.
The upper level gallery, which will be devoted to royalty and religion, will be anchored by elements of the New Kingdom Palace of Merneptah. It's about 3,000 years old, and this is a palace that was excavated by the museum in 1915. The columns of this palace are 30 feet high. A big part of this project and why it's so ambitious is the mechanical engineering side of things, of reinforcing the floor in the entire building to hold the immense weight of these 30-foot columns. Since they were excavated, they have never been erected at full height. And now, for the very first time, they will be.
This project has really required the Penn Museum Conservation Department to scale up what we historically done. I don't know anywhere else where these methods are being used at this scale in a museum setting.
This is the largest university research museum in the United States. I hope that Philadelphians can take pride in the fact that one of the great collections of Egyptian artifacts is right here in Philadelphia. You don't have to go far. It's one of the real treasures of the city.
We are stewards for this material. It's really our responsibility to make sure that they last as long as possible. That's why we have teams of conservators working so hard to preserve, restore, make sure that the material is safe and stable. And one of our jobs is to make this material as accessible as possible to as many people as possible.
There is no other institution that is going to have archaeological artifacts like the Penn Museum has. So I think this access is really important.
These are all statues of different gods and goddesses from ancient Egypt. This is Osiris. He was the king of the underworld.
I like how there isn't just things to look at and read. There are also some interactive things. It kind of makes me feel like closer to them, like I understand them better. Whoa!
What do you think?
So
Isn't it great?
cool. I noticed that they're like painted.
These people or individuals like us, they have jobs, they have people that they love, and I hope that that comes through in the various stories that we tell with the material in the galleries.
We've been excavating for 100 years. If you have all these objects and you don't show them to people, then they kind of mean nothing. the worth is in allowing the public to see this, to ask their own questions, and just to think about it for themselves.
I think when people think about ancient Egypt, it's this exotic, faraway place. And so one of the things we wanted to do was to make that personal connection, to humanize the ancient Egyptians. And we wanted the ancient Egyptians to sort of be able to tell their own stories themselves.
In this polarized world that's increasingly defined by differences between us, museums have the power to transcend those differences and allow us really to see ourselves in the other. And when you come to these galleries and you think of ancient Egypt, in some ways it will seem very unfamiliar and unique, but in other ways they'll seem like everyday people, and you'll be able to relate to the lives of individuals that lived 5,000 years ago.